Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
Well, let's talk about the UK a little bit. I know we have listeners over there.
Yes.
Let's start off like we always have to, though. What have we been doing lately? Let's say hi to our listeners.
Hi, listeners.
Hi,
We're glad
listeners.
you're here
We're glad you're here, and we're so stoked that you're here. We got one comment.
from Juneteenth.
We got a comment on our Juneteenth episode, and we love that. That's our first comment, and it was a pithy comment.
It was. It was
So,
interesting, and it actually made us like have a little discussion, and we like looked some stuff up, and
mhm,
yeah,
it pertained to Abraham Lincoln and what he wanted to do and what his ideas were, and it was informative. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. It
So,
said, do you want to?
yeah, so basically, it said that Abraham Lincoln wanted to not only emancipate the slaves, but then deport them. He
Hmm.
said that the better idea was for them to go live in Liberia and places in Central America, which now looking back was probably the appropriate tact because you have a bunch of like angry blacks now that go free Carmelo and just go beat up white girls.
So
So
that was interesting, and
that
we
was a
wish
very informative
it
comment.
was. So thank you to that listener, and
Thank you.
we wish we'd love to get more comments, and we would love for our listeners to give a little like thumbs up like on our episodes because it
Yes.
does help to forward our episodes to more listeners.
Yes. I hate to be that
Yeah.
dude that's like sound
Like
like
and
a
subscribe. Like and
totally
subscribe.
like, subscribe, and follow.
Yeah,
You know,
but it like helps
it
us.
totally does. So like our show, comment on our show, and make sure if you're not following us, follow us.
We're really hoping to be able to get to get enough revenue to keep our studio going,
Totally.
you know.
We're going to be putting more merch out. There is merch available right now as we speak at unslaveyourmindpodcast.com. So you can go there and get merch. But what we want to do is follow us on Insta, follow us on Spotify, and follow us on Rumble if you're not already doing so, because they're throttling us. Dude, we had episode 180. I don't know if you remember that one. That was the one where the dude's headphones shocked him. And I had
Yeah.
that meme, and we were talking about the headphones that listen into your thoughts
Yeah.
and how that could easily be a slippery slope to like mind control.
Right.
That episode got it almost went viral. We had like almost 300 views in a day, and then Rumble completely throttled us. They demonetized every episode after that. We get like 13 views now.
Yeah.
So that's what we're up against. So our listeners, we know you're out there. We know that you're listening. Please like, share, do all the stuff that all the podcasters tell you to do with us because
We're up against
we're up against it.
a a beast.
We're up against a beast, but I think that beast is looking desperate, and that kind of brings us back to the full circle to what we're talking about today.
Yeah. So that beast in the UK, Keir Starmer,
Yeah,
um, it seems like could you think there could be dissension among the ranks? You corrected me once when I said dissension in the ranks. You said the correct way to say it is dissension among the ranks. But
amongst the
amongst,
ranks.
but I could swear that
I don't think it makes
When Mrs. Doubtfire said that in that movie, I think he said dissension in the ranks.
probably
I don't
did.
know. But anyway, do you think that could be the case? Because Keir Starmer says that he's received there's so much rebellion against in his party, the Labour Party, which is like
Well,
the liberal democratic kind of party over there, I guess.
I think what you're seeing is
Socialist
panic.
party.
I think what you're seeing is panic. I think what you're seeing is a bunch of bad actors getting exposed, and they're realizing that they don't have the power that they thought they did.
Yeah,
They're cocky and they're arrogant.
right.
So now it's coming out that 250,000 white girls were raped by Muslim barbarians
In the UK.
in the UK alone.
That's a huge amount.
I mean, 250,000.
And that's not just all over every news outlet. Like that should be like a major big deal, you
And
know?
then now it's coming out that
They're keeping it hush hush.
officials in the government are doing like mafia style threats to the families of victims to tell them to shut up,
Yeah, not talk about it.
don't talk about this. And then you
So what
have
are you supposed to you're supposed to like welcome these barbarians and just like keep quiet about the fact that
that's
they're committing
exactly
these
right.
crimes?
Exactly right. That's what they're making us do. And then they had these UK dudes come out and they a video got leaked of like a struggle session where Israeli handlers were talking to high level British politicians, and they basically threatened them and they said, "You do what we tell you to do. We're your Zionist handler." And immediately after they got threatened, they go out and they tell people, "We need to support Israel at all costs." So it's that one mafia. It's that people from that country from 1948 mafia has a tight grip on the UK.
Yeah.
That's who controls the UK. It's a mafia. And I think to answer your question about dissension among the ranks, I think that they're trying to get ahead of this revelation that 250,000 white girls were raped by these, what they're called is rape gangs. So what happens is these third world barbarians that have been imported into the UK, they go and they groom like 12 and 11-year-old white girls, and they start teaching them how to like give blowjobs and how to please their clients,
Oh my God.
and then they basically make them sex slaves, and they use them as sex slaves for all of their third world Muslim barbarian clients.
Wow.
And these poor girls get raped by hundreds of third world barbarians all through their teens.
Oh my God.
And then when they come out and try to expose the story to people like what's the dude who has been on the Alex Jones show a few times, and he is always going to jail over there, Tommy Robinson. You ever heard of him?
I don't think so.
Tommy Robinson is this guy who's put together these, over the last 10, 15 years, he's put together these documentaries about these rape gangs.
Hmm.
And he's exposed them and he's gone and interviewed um, victims. And the victims will have been raped several times by third world Muslim barbarians. And what they'll do is they'll talk about how when they come out and try to expose it, they get attacked over and over again. So I think now the whole world is waking up to this problem in the UK. And I think that Keir Starmer is going to be the fall man.
Yeah.
So Satan goes, Keir, you're going to go out and, you're going to get voted off now. Because he's getting voted off the reality show.
Right.
But when they get voted off, they go to Antarctica. And so he's going to Antarctica. And what happens, I notice when they get voted off, is they take the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So like Karen Bass, she's going to get voted off in LA,
Yeah.
and she's going to take the fall for the Palisades fire and all of the stupid like policies that have been put in place there.
It's a way for them to be like, look, see, we took care of the problem.
That's it.
Yeah, it's all better now.
And that also goes to show you that selling out to the culture club doesn't work out.
Right.
You're gonna get thrown under the bus, like you like to say, by Satan.
Right.
Satan always throws his minions under the bus
Right.
eventually. And so that's the way the plan works now. I'm starting to see is they do a bunch of egregious shit with their little puppets in place, like the mayors and the governors and it's key attorneys and attorney generals. When they
Mm-hmm.
have these people in place, they can carry out a bunch of evil shit in that area. But then when it starts to get exposed, they just throw those puppets under the bus and blame them.
Exactly. They were the problem.
They were the problem. So I
Yeah.
think Keir Starmer, you're seeing that kind of washing machine kind of process
Yeah.
go through.
It's their MO. And then they're like, well, they probably already know who's going to be replacing him. It's this one guy, I forgot his name. But if for some reason they do have to have an election, it'll be quick and they're going to have a new
It'll be
replacement
fake. I
by
mean, quick.
September. Yeah, so they've already picked out the person to replace him.
Oh, for sure.
And whether they have an election or not, they've picked out like the next
Totally.
puppet.
There's nothing about this resignation that reeks of, dude, the UK is gonna be free soon. No,
Mm,
the UK is seeing the puppet that lords over them being replaced, and that's all it is.
yeah,
And I can't help but think it has to do with this 250,000 girls being raped because think about how massive that is.
I know.
250,000, I mean, you're talking about an island. How big is that island, dude?
Right. I
Is
mean,
it like the size of California?
that's like the population in a fairly large city. You
Totally.
know what I mean?
250,000 people. Like if you think about that, that's like 8 full football stadiums full of girls that got raped by a bunch of freaking third world
That's
barbarians.
so gnarly.
And think about how gnarly that would be.
Yeah,
Think about having to live
disgusting.
beyond that and like go have a regular relationship and go have a family. I think that kind of pertains to the depopulation too. I
Yeah,
think the reason that the Culture Club likes to use rape gangs is because if you have a girl who gets raped by third world barbarians from the time she's 13 until she's like 24, the chances are slim and none that she's ever going to get married and have a kid.
right.
She's probably going to just be fucked up her whole life.
Yeah.
So that's a sad development in the UK. But the UK now is getting gnarly, bro. I
Oh,
mean, you don't have free speech in the UK
UK
anymore.
seems like it's kind of like gone full on commie,
It totally
you
has.
know?
It's been hijacked.
And so this Labor Party that's been in power like all these years for the last several years, is a socialist party. Did you know that?
See, the Labor Party, totally.
Which, I mean, socialism is,
It's communism.
yeah,
That's all it is. And that's what we're under. Like you saw that new military base in Cuba that the Chinese put.
yeah,
So the commies are like a global network.
right.
And I think what you can replace the word communism with mafia.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's the mafia.
Which kind of reminds me that um, those people from that country from 1948 are running the world, and that all plays into the whole mafia theme.
They are, and they're
They're,
totally a mafia. And like,
yeah,
look at like the interesting intrigue going on with Trump telling Bibi, "No, dude, you're not doing any more attacks in Tel Aviv."
yeah.
You know, that's probably all script. And what I'm starting to see is Trump says one thing and does another,
Mm-hmm.
and he placates his base.
Totally,
So I think he comes out and he acts like, "Oh, dude, did you see the way that I slapped Bibi's hand?" That's all a big joke.
totally.
This mafia rules
Mm-hmm.
and they're ruling everything. But what always makes me think is about Wyatt Earp.
Mm,
And Wyatt Earp, the classic tale of Wyatt Earp is that he stood up against organized crime. They were called the Cowboys,
right.
and they used to go in bands of like 100 men and just go into these little frontier towns and just wreak havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was Elliot Ness. So Elliot Ness brought down Al Capone in Chicago, and he said, "We're not going to have organized crime run our streets. We're going to have law and order." And we're at one of those pressure points right now.
We are.
We're going to have to make a determination it's global now.
So how do we get rid of the mafias that are running the world? And I think when you say mafia, people like think of like, The Godfather.
I made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, and that's not really what it is. The real
Same
maf
tactics.
same tactics, but I think the real mafias are you know who's, and
That's right.
they were the ones that started that whole
Well,
mafia
Meyer
theme.
Lansky, he was a you know who, and he was one of those notorious New York gangsters who went
Well,
out to Vegas and started everything out
yeah,
there.
and they actually they migrated to Italy, and that's kind of how I think that whole Italian mafia theme started. But it was actually,
You know who's.
hmm
I could totally see that.
yeah,
totally, because that's the way they function. And they use extortion,
They've been doing that for hundreds of years.
they
And
use threats
remember you said that they've been kicked out of 100 countries
900
900
times.
times.
Totally. Germany's kicked them out like 180 different times in the last, 800 years. It's because they use fractious lending, and fractious lending enslaves everybody economically. And they also blackmail people. So they have like these honeypot sex programs that they do, and they catch people and then they blackmail them. But then they also just do extortion and threats and going after your family.
Hmm.
Like this girl that
They might break your knees.
mhm, exactly. And it's messed up.
Yeah.
It's like what was that girl who she was saying she totally got threatened. She oh, what it was saying was that in the wake of these so they had Count Dankula on, and Count Dankula was a meme guy back in 2016. He became huge with his memes back in 2016,
Mhm.
and he blew up on Gab, and he blew up on X back
Uh-huh.
then. But then he put out a meme of a dog Sieg Heiling Hitler,
Yeah.
and it totally like submarined his whole, like he got torpedoed.
Oh
Like
gosh.
all of his things got canceled, right? But so
So the
he
dog can't even have free speech.
no free speech for the mutt. No, no, no. So, anyways, he's in Scotland, and Scotland is gnarly, dude. That's where Scotland is where the Indian dude is the president, and he comes out and he
Oh
goes,
yeah.
"Look at the parliament. It is all white. Look at this guy is white. This guy is white. This guy is white." And it's like, well, wait, dude.
It's like going to India and saying, "Look at all the Indians. Like
Totally.
there's too many Indians here."
Why are all these brown people shitting in the street? What is going on here? And so anyways, he's from Scotland, so he comes out and basically says, in the wake of these revelations of the 250,000 women getting raped, what's also coming out is key officials in the UK government are implicated in threatening the girls and the girls' families when they want to come forth.
Ugh.
And it reminds me of remember the Mexican dude whose 16-year-old son took the shots and died?
Oh my God, that's so weird you brought that up. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna add on to your
Because
story.
what happened is his kid was healthy, and it was his whole
It
family.
was
His wife
oh,
had bailed or something, so it was just him and his son, and it was his life. And
it's just so
his
tragic.
son takes the shots and dies at 16. And then the dad is going on Alex Jones' show, and he also went on a couple other podcasts, and he's telling his story. And every time they post it on X, X is removing his interviews. So
Don't let it, yeah.
that's the kind of mafia we're up
I know.
against.
Okay, and to continue that Cootie story, it totally reminds me of remember when that nurse, she was like one of the first ones to get the pokey poke, and
And she went, "Mm,
she like totally like dropped like on live TV while
totally."
they were like interviewing her.
She was like, "Me and my team took the shots, and everything's really."
Yeah, and then she disappeared. And
And
there
then her
was
family covered up.
yeah, no word from her. Nobody's seen her or heard from her ever since, and her family doesn't talk about it. It's obvious that they were paid to shut up, you know?
Or
So
threatened.
so this is what they do. They strong arm people. It's a huge global mafia that's running this world. And
Yeah, it
it's
is.
not the one that you think of. It's not the Godfather type
No,
mafia.
no, no. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to think maybe that was controlled opposition. Maybe that
Mhm.
was revealing the method.
I think they were showing us like this glamorized kind of like
Oh my
dramatized
God, I
version.
just thought of that. Because Mario Puzo, who knows, maybe he's from that country from 1948. He's the guy who wrote The Godfather.
Uh-huh.
What if he was revealing the method when he wrote The Godfather, and what he was showing was the global order?
He was really Mario Puzostein.
Yeah. Yeah, because look at how The Godfather is always lauded as look the best movie of all time. I've never really liked it that much. I
No.
mean, when I watch it, I'll watch it.
It's okay, but
It's
it's not the
okay.
best movie of all time.
But like if you go on like any kind of like IMDb or something, it's
Yeah.
always like Godfather is rated one of the best movies of all time. Whenever it's lauded like that, I'm always going, Culture Club likes the messaging in
Mm.
this. And I think what it was revealing the method of the world that we live in
Yeah.
is the Godfather.
Yeah,
And the people that run this world operate like the mafia.
totally.
So we need to act accordingly.
Mhm.
What is a white pill?
Right. Yeah. If we become unalived, the mob came and got us.
Totally. If we totally,
That's not really.
what you need to understand is that me and Butterfly do not want to unalive.
Yeah.
I don't think we're
So
gonna. You know what I notice is that righteous people, they can be shielded from the mob and they can defeat the mob. We have to,
totally.
you bring up a good point. It's dangerous to talk about these things because you're talking about dangerous people. But are we going to let fear just rule us? Are we just going to go along with things so that we can save our ass? I mean,
That's how we got into this problem. Well,
totally.
people were asleep, and then too many people afraid to stand up and to
That's what
say
it is.
something. Like with the cootie stuff, we mentioned this in like a couple episodes back. Too many like doctors, nurses, firemen, policemen were afraid to pilots afraid to stand up and say no, we're not doing that. And so all these people went along with it, and it just perpetuated the whole debacle, and it continued for like years. You know, and all these people, they've made all these mandates, and like the
Mandates. It's
corporations
a
are
date with a
ruling.
man.
Yeah, the corporations are ruling the world in that way by coming up with all of these um,
Policies.
protocols and policies for their employees to follow, and too many people follow along.
And you see people taking bribes.
Hmm.
That's another thing that's got us into this mess. And you know what I blame? A mafia takes over when a group of people, a society, a community, whatever, becomes crass materialists. Why?
Hmm.
Because crass materialism just means I don't really care about truth and justice. All I care about is my financial wherewithal and competing with the people that I hate.
And not rocking the boat.
I don't want to rock the boat. I
That's
want to have a submarine.
Or just like, I just want to like stay on my little dinghy and just, paddle around the lake. I don't
Or like
really
the
want to.
dude, remember that dude that lives in that warehouse and he has like a 4x4 square that he just lives in?
Oh my gosh.
Like some
Yeah.
people will just kind of resign to that kind of life.
Right.
And I think that's what the mafia kind of imposes on you. It's like, don't rock the boat. Just accept your meager little leavings.
Yeah.
And that's what you get.
You'll own nothing and be happy.
You'll own nothing and be happy. Dude, I don't know. I'm not happy now, and I'm not gonna be happy not owning it. So I think the white pill is exactly that. We need to be bold and we need to speak up and we need to be unafraid.
And that's what Firefly and Butterfly are trying to do. So, listeners, we need your help to, share these messages,
Share,
share and we got to get the word out and get more people
comment,
talking, more people commenting, more people talking about these topics and realizing, because a lot of people really don't realize. Like I was having this kind of conversation at a party. I'm such a good party person.
totally.
Not too long ago, and um, the
Some blue pill person's like, excuse me, I'm on my blue pill vacation right now. I don't want this data.
no, it was like two people that were receptive to hearing it, and one of them was like, who's run everything, and I was talking about that stuff, and the other one was like, I didn't know that, and
See,
And I was like, yes. And the other lady was like, yes, that's true.
see,
And so out of three of us, one being Butterfly
yes,
knows a lot about this. The other one knew it was happening, and the third one did not even know she was
that's how it
aware.
works.
And so she was like, please give me some information, send me some videos so I can learn about this.
Come to Unslave Your Mind
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
because
So
we have lots of info.
there's a lot of people out there who aren't even the people that you think are, like, don't want to hear it, but they're receptive and they do want to know what's going on, but they just have no idea what's
I think
happening
that's
behind
true.
the scenes,
I think that's true because look at how tightly manipulated and controlled the media is. So unless you're having a conversation with a red-pilled person, you're not going to really discover the truth.
Mm-mm.
The only reason that you and I discovered the truth is because we trusted our gut and said, dude, you guys are lying to me. I do not believe you. And then we went and exposed it through research.
Mm.
That's what has to happen. So that's important. We need to talk in the parties, talk amongst yourselves. Right now, in my opinion, I'm not trying to tell people how to live, but this is not really the time to be partying and acting like everything's all hunky dory.
Unless you go to parties and bring these topics up.
Bring it up at the party because everything's not hunky dory.
Yeah.
We're in a crisis, and we're not in one of these manipulated crises like, well, they're up in the Arctic, like using drones to freeze
Thicken
the
the
water.
ice. Thicken the
We're gonna
ice.
thicken the ice because we're combating climate
So
change.
we can save the is that gonna help the polar
Yeah, the
bears?
polar bear is swimming around, dude. So we're gonna
How's he
make,
gonna swim in thick ice? He won't even be able to take his little like
dude,
his little what are the ice patches called that they ride around on?
iceberg.
Yeah, he won't be able to ride his icebergs anymore because
Totally.
the ice will be too thick.
Totally. What if he like gets electrocuted by one of those stupid drones? He's like, oh, he's like, God damn it.
They'll kill all the poor little polar
All the
bears
fish
and
that
the
he eats are all
penguins.
moving away from the drone.
Oh, the fish are probably gonna die.
Totally. Got some
Oh,
drone doing like climate change fighting. It's kind of like that. That's the kind of crisis that's manipulated. They
yeah.
make those crises, but we are in a crisis, and that crisis is a mafia has hijacked our entire world,
Yep.
and only cowardice
Entire
and
flat world.
sellouts, huh?
Our entire flat world.
Our entire flat world. Totally. So under the dome, we're all
Hey,
under the dome.
you know what? We need to do a follow-up episode on the Earth,
And
because
dinosaurs.
and dinosaurs, yes, roaming around,
I was
forgotten
listening to
Earth.
the Dire Wolves episode because I'm going to put out a clip,
Oh
and
yeah,
our Dire Wolves
that's
episode is so great.
such a classic. I
Totally.
love that
That's
episode.
where we talk about how the dude goes, I'm a
Who?
paleogeneticist.
I've met many of them.
I'm a paleogeneticist, and let me explain. We found a tooth bone that's 6 million years old. But no. We also found a head bone of another wolf. It's a dire wolf, by the way, and that's 11 million years
And we just fused them together
old.
and we came up with
Yes,
this cute little puppy.
we
It's
built this
white and
model.
fluffy.
We've now cloned. So now we've cloned a dire wolf. So you'll see
Oh,
them cruising around. So now
mm.
you're gonna see, like, according to what I've looked it up, dire wolves are like the size of a horse.
Oh
They're
God.
huge.
I thought I saw some in my neighborhood, but maybe those were
So
just
if you see
puppies.
some dude walking a dire wolf that's like the size of a horse, you'll be like, dude, they clone that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we got to retouch on some of the
Some
like
of the,
big museum.
yeah, it's
Big
a good
museum
one.
is a big
We
lie.
might do a recap on some of those very early episodes because those were kind of classic.
They're awesome.
And they covered some of the really like fundamental, basic, like main lies. And a lot of these lies, I always keep seeing I'm kind of going on a tangent now here,
No, no,
but
no.
um when I see like posts about like flat earth and stuff, I always see the comment like, well, whatever shape it is, whatever, it doesn't matter. It still makes no difference, whatever shape it is. Like, who cares? And it's like, that's such a small way of thinking because
It is.
it does make a difference
There's a principle
because
there.
yes,
We want
because
to know the truth.
we want to know the truth.
I don't need to be lied to, and I don't need, see, I'm not somebody who will just sit back and just rest in being lied to.
So, I'm encouraging our listeners, if you haven't already, to go back and listen to that episode.
Totally. Go find our
Yeah.
old school episodes. Go find Dire Wolves. They're all
The
on
shape of
Rumble.
the earth.
I might post some clips from some of our old episodes too. And by the way, keep your eyes peeled. I'm starting to, I created a repository of clips. So now we can just deploy clips every week. So I'm going to come up with like a cadence. So maybe when we do an episode on a Monday, maybe Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'll push out a clip. And
Yeah.
so keep your eyes peeled for clips, and we'll mine some of our old episodes so you guys can hear some of our themes, because this mafia has controlled so many different aspects. The
Of our
the
system.
rape gangs in the UK are one arm of it. but the lies told in museums and the space program and in history classes and biology classes, that's a whole nother arm of the
It's
mafia.
tentacles. It's got tentacles. It's almost like a
It's a hydra.
it's like a centipede or a millipede. It's got like little like legs that are just like endless. There's
I used
so
to
many
love
of
that
them.
game. Did you love that video game back in the 80s?
Yeah,
Centipede?
yeah, I
That
used to
was
play
so
that. That
fun.
was fun.
Totally. The centipede is kind of like the Culture Club.
Yeah,
It's got a bunch of little legs
yeah.
and they're all over. Like Bill Gates is one of their legs, and he's
Uh,
like, "We're gonna dim the sun."
yeah, let's dim the sun. And the cows are contributing 6% of the methane.
I've measured it. They comprise 6% of the methane in the atmosphere.
I measured it. That's
I was there.
exactly the number.
Take my word for it. And by the way, go get the shot.
Yeah.
Anything else on Keir Starmer?
Well,
He's a
I
stormtrooper.
we needed to like just sort of mention this because the UK has really like fallen off the deep end, or as my British friend would say, they've lost the plot.
They've lost the plot.
I love it
They've
when she
completely
says
lost the
that.
plot.
And it's so appropriate. But yeah, I think they've lost the plot. Like they've gone full on commie. And whatever this story is that they're feeding us now about him resigning because there's rebellion or dissension among the ranks, I don't know. That could all be script. You know what I mean? But I guess we'll see what
Well,
happens.
it also could signal desperation on the part of the Culture Club.
Right.
When I worked in New York, I worked with several different Brits,
Hmm.
and it's weird. Like when you show up in the morning, so it's like 7:30 in the morning, you come into the office, and if you're in the elevator with a Brit, they'll go, "You okay?"
Oh, that's interesting. I
And
hadn't
it's
heard
like,
that one.
and I'd go, "Dude, I'm fine." Because in California, if someone says, "Are you okay?"
That sounds like you're like
Yeah, you're like limping.
there's something wrong with you that they noticed.
It's like you're limping or something.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, um, my my sales manager, this might have been the reason it didn't work out at this company. My sales manager was this very vain Brit,
Oh.
and he would do. You ever heard of spin classes?
Yeah.
So they go ride the bike.
Yeah.
He was like a spin class enthusiast. He
Uh-huh.
was always telling us about his spin classes that he did, and I used to make him so annoyed because he'd say something, and I would go like this. I'd go, "It's not a cookie, mother. It's a fruit Newton." And he'd get so mad.
Oh
And then the
God.
other thing I would say, because Brits have a lot of like ego. Not all of them. Some of
Yeah.
them are humble as the day
Yeah.
is long, but some of them are huge egomaniacs. So I'll say something like,
I don't
"You
think my
guys,
friend does.
what's that?"
My friend doesn't.
They don't all.
Yeah.
So I love so many Brits. I love so many of them, but some of them are obnoxious pieces of shit, like Car Steamer, or what's his name, Car Steamer.
Keir Starmer.
So so I'll say like, if it wasn't for us in World War II, you guys would be speaking German. And they get so
They
mad.
don't like
Or
that.
I'll say, George Washington, I love him because he told England to fuck off. And they'll be like, "Oh, I hate that redheaded guy." Anyways, so to our listeners, I love you. We want you to please continue listening to us. Tell your friends about us. Like, share, and comment. Please kind of engage with us
Yeah,
because
it
that I think it makes it harder for them to suppress us then.
totally. And it's really important to share so we can get the word out.
Get the word
Yeah.
out. We're up against it. The Culture Club is running all of the platforms, but
Yeah.
one thing that we're doing good is we have a cadence now. I post an episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday,
Yep.
and we don't ever take a day off. We don't ever take a week off. If we are going to be out of the office or something like that, we'll make sure we have other new episodes in the can ready to post. So what we're going to do is we're gonna diversify the platforms that we use. So if we're getting suppressed on X, which we got suspended on X,
I know.
now Rumble's suppressing us.
We've basically been banned from YouTube.
Instagram, we had like this weird kind of growth on Instagram too. So all of these platforms are run by the Culture Club.
Yeah.
So we're going to open up a BitChute and maybe we can draw a lot of people over there.
Yeah.
BitChute is
And
another, if our audience isn't aware of BitChute, it's BITCHUTE. I do believe it's out of the UK,
mm,
which is interesting.
mm-hmm,
But as far as I can tell, free speech reigns supreme there.
right.
That's where I saw the Europa documentary about
Oh yeah.
what might have really happened with Hitler.
There's some gnarly stuff over there. We got to get on that platform because we probably won't face as much suppression and we might have more people finding us,
Yeah,
because you know what I
because
was telling you earlier?
mhm,
Um, we were talking about a couple of podcasters that I like, and you were telling me they're all controlled opposition if they have a big following. And I said, most likely that's the case. But I do believe that, like, I think some of them, they got a following kind of through other means before they started talking about this stuff.
that's possible.
Um, but I think what they do is they squash like a lot of the little guys because I think it's easier for them to like kind of squash the little guys and try to defeat you and make you feel defeated before you get a following. Because
Yes.
what happens is you're not making any money and you don't get a following and it's very frustrating. And
Well,
so
yeah,
if they can squash you and suppress you before you even get a following, I think that's really like
I
their
think that's the
MO. I
key.
think that's the
You
key.
know what? You're right,
Yeah.
Butterfly, because it takes a lot of work to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
We have to get together like we're doing right now and record, which is a joy. I love
Love it.
doing this.
Yes.
But then the back end is a lot of time. Like every time I publish an episode, it takes me about 4 hours
Yeah.
and I do it myself. I don't have some Indian dude going, we have published episode 206.
And we don't have a team of editors
I
and
don't have a
stuff.
team,
But I think
but it's my,
it's,
I love doing it,
yeah. And I
but it's
think,
a lot of work. And if only 13 people watch it, it's kind of discouraging. I can see why people would
so
quit.
that's why they want to squash people before they get a following because it's discouraging. And then, you can't be spending all that time every day doing something like that and not like have a glimmer of hope that you're ever going to make any kind of money to help support yourself. So,
Yeah.
so they want to suppress you before you even get a following because once you get a following, then there's too many people out there like
Then
looking
the
for
cat's
you
out of the bag.
if the cat's out of the bag.
They can't
So
put the toothpick, and that's where we're about to break out like
yeah,
that.
so I think there's a lot of people that try to get the word out, and we've tried. We had that whole thing, happen with Instagram where literally it was like close to a year, and we couldn't get more than 20 followers. Now something is really wrong there
It's not
because
organic.
I've had Instagram accounts before where I'm not even like commenting, I'm not doing anything, and I'm getting followers just out of the blue, like you know what I mean. So it's so
Oh yeah.
clear that
Like if you're posting pictures of your butt, they're gonna just go ahead and foist you.
if
They're gonna
you're
be like, "This is good."
if you're not even posting anything, you're going to get something. So it's pretty obvious.
Well, I
It,
asked ChatGPT. I was like,
oh, and
"Dude,
you can't
well,
trust
no, no,
him.
no." He even admitted it. I
Oh,
was like, "Dude, look, this episode got 278 views in like a day, and then we were nothing monetized for like 5 days, and now we get like 13 views on every episode." And he goes, "Um, there's a good chance that you're being suppressed. The challenge is, what happens behind closed doors with platforms is very opaque."
he's
And I'm like,
telling you.
"That's true, dude."
Well, so we do talk about this stuff once in a while, and we don't want to like bore people or sound like whiners or Debbie Downers, but
It's kind of like a
we do need to mention it because it's important.
it's showing the world that we're living in.
It's
The
important
Culture
to
Club,
know. Yeah,
where the rubber meets the road, they're suppressing our voice. And I'm an American, dude.
yeah.
We live in
It's
America. We're supposed to have First Amendment rights in this country. I can understand like in Australia being suppressed or the UK, but I'm a fucking
I can't
American.
understand it there either. But yeah, I mean, this is when we discuss these things, it's to like prove the point that we are literally living in that story, 1984, and we're being suppressed. We're basically a communist country at this point, I think. And
They
they're,
rape 250,000 women, and then if you go out and talk about it, they go, "No, no, no, shut up."
yeah, so
Satan goes, "No, no, no, I like what those muzzies are doing."
we're trying to bring attention to all of this. And so that's why we mention these things because I don't think people really realize. like the level of um like communism that we're
No,
at
they
right now,
don't. So many people are blue pilled,
Yeah.
living in California, you see it because people come out here and they shove their head in their ass permanently. That's how people walk around California. They just go, dude, the weather's nice. And it is, it's nice. You can be totally blue pilled out here, but that's dangerous right
It
now.
is.
To be totally oblivious to what's going on in the world around you, that's going to get you like unalived quick these
Yeah.
days,
It'll
you
lead
know?
you to your demise.
Totally. Even if you're having a good time, dude, like my dad used to say, get your shit done, then you can go have a good time.
Yeah.
Right now, we got to get our shit done, which is we need to get out from under the thumb of tyranny.
Yeah. Which doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy your life and enjoy day to day and
No,
appreciate the moments
that's
that,
right.
your family and things that make you
You can be
happy.
red pilled
You've
and
got to
still,
I think you still, should enjoy things that make you happy because you can't be a productive red-pilled person if you're miserable
can't be a
constantly.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah,
Like yesterday was Father's Day, and I had a nice Father's Day dinner and brunch made for me.
that's awesome.
I'm happy to do that kind of stuff, and I want to enjoy my life. I'm not saying don't enjoy your life, but be aware of situational awareness, you know? It's kind of like last story, and then I know we got to go. Um, my daughter and my mom got all mad at me because they want me to go to my daughter's friend's house who
Yeah.
lives in South Central LA.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, dude, I'll drop her off at the Howard Hughes Parkway, dude. That's right off the 405. And then she can take an Uber to her South Central home from there. Dude, I'm happy to do that, you know? And they're like, how offensive, how rude. It's like, dude, I'm a white dude. I'm not going to go cruising in my nice, sedan into the hood, dude. I'll
Yeah.
get carjacked.
Yeah.
I know that people get carjacked. And you might say, well, dude, you're not going to get carjacked. Well, you might.
You might.
So why bother to take a chance?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's used to living there, so it
It's like,
shouldn't
hey,
be
let's go
scary
jump out
for
of an
her to.
airplane right now,
Yeah.
dude. It's like, I don't feel like jumping out of an airplane. Come on, I got a
Yeah.
parachute. It's fine. Well, it might not open, you
Yeah.
know? So I don't need to go take that chance.
Yeah.
What it's called is situational awareness.
Hmm.
It's like the girls who go to Pakistan and they go, oh my God, stop being so xenophobic. I'm going to Pakistan. And then look at all of the urban blight in the ramshackle huts. And then that guy's taking a dump in the street. And oh my God, I just got groped. But you know what? Stop being so xenophobic. So that's not situational aware. So go and enjoy your life, have a nice time, do whatever, but be red pilled. And we need to kind of be having kind of a mentality of, okay, we need to start forming a cohesive kind of army of God, like the righteous army, to push back against these people.
Totally.
That's where we need to be now.
Yeah.
Anything else on this one?
I think that was good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, we look forward to talking with you real soon.
Bye.